Jürgen said, my name is Andrew. I am the chef of a restaurant called the Gramercy. It's located in Dubai International Financial Center, few minutes away from here. Today, in the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm going to be preparing a very simple fish dish. I'm going to use a sea bass for today with some fresh vegetables. Very simple. Very rustic. I'm sure you guys can check the recipe later and you can do it at home. If you please could come a little bit forward so you could see the demonstration over here. We're going to start with our very simple sauce. Okay. First of all, we need some oil to get hot. Some olive oil, definitely. About a couple of tablespoons. And then definitely we need some aromatics. I'm going to use some white onion. Just roughly chop the onions. Half of onion. Fresh garlic. Thinly sliced. Okay, so we'll just straight away put in the pan and let it sizzle. We could use a little bit of herbs. This time I'm using fresh thyme. Just a few sprigs to get it going. I hope you guys can smell this. It's really refreshing. Okay, also, we're going to use some small aubergines for our sauce. As you can see, I'm slicing it chunky. So it's really rustic and fresh. Okay. When you're doing this sauce, just make sure that you put the vegetables one at a time, because different vegetables, different cooking time. We can add a little bit more olive oil. To get it going. Okay, so after the aubergines, we're going to put some fresh fennel. Okay, the fennel I cut it into wedges, so just put it there. You can pre-blanch your fennel if you want to, because it's a bit crunchy vegetable, but I want it like this to give the dish a little bit of extra texture. Okay, so bang it there. And the main vegetable for the sauce is tomato. I'm using fresh cherry tomatoes here. About 10-12 pieces of cherry tomatoes. And just straightforward in the pan. Okay, so the juice of the tomato will extract. And as long as it's fresh, I can assure you that the natural sugar of the tomato will sweeten our sauce. We can add a little bit more. If you don't have fresh tomatoes, you can use the whole peeled tomatoes in tin. But of course, the fresher, the better. Okay, after the tomatoes, I have here some pitted black olives. So just slice in half. Or if you want, you can put in whole.
service.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So in here, the fennel, the tomatoes, the aubergines, and the olives. And we can add in more vegetables. I have here some baby courgettes, so I'll just dice it again. Again, it's not really fancy, it's rustic, so it's very easy to prepare. In goes the courgettes. And now we can add a little bit of pepper and salt. Salt will help your vegetables extract its natural juice. So just a touch, because you don't want to over season your sauce. Okay, the sauce will take a little bit of time. That's the reason why we did it first. Okay, so while the sauce is there, we can prepare our main dish, which is the fish. Okay, we need to start our pan to be hot. Again, a little bit of olive oil just to get it going. I have a nice piece of sea bass here that I filleted a while ago. This size is about 600-700 grams whole. If you know how to work on your fish, you can buy the fresh fish, because the fresher the better. Or otherwise, you can ask your fishmonger to do the filleting for you. Okay, so I have here a nice fillet of fish. What I'm going to do is I will score the skin for a bit. I'm just scoring the skin, but not through the meat. This will help us cook the fish for a shorter period. Okay, we're going to use 3. Okay, right now the vegetables are slowly cooking. Now we can add a little bit of liquid, a little bit of water. To give a little bit of runniness. Okay, so we just braise it and simmer it for like few minutes, and it will be ready. Okay, if you can see, the color is very vibrant. There is green, there is red, there is black, there is brown. So just the color itself, it's appetizing already. Okay, as for the fish, we need to season this with salt and pepper. And then we will add a little bit of flour. To prevent from sticking to the pan. Okay. So slowly, we'll just add it in here. There you go. Okay, you can hear the sizzling of the fish. One thing that I can tell you, if you're doing fish, just make sure that your pan is really hot. Okay? Otherwise, it's just gonna stick on the bottom of the pan, and you will not get your product very nice and appetizing. Because the skin of the fish is very tasty. A lot of the flavors are in it. So if it'll just stick to the bottom of the pan, you'll just discard it away. Okay?
Chef, what kind of fish you are using?
I'm using sea bass today. It's freshly caught from one of my suppliers over there. Yeah. Okay. So the fish is nice and sizzling. The sauce is bubbling away. It will take a lot, maybe like 2-3 minutes, and it's going to be ready. So we're going to reduce the heat now while we're waiting for the fish. Okay. I think we can turn this over now. See, it's nice and brown. Takes about like 5 minutes maximum to cook the fish. But it all depends on the size. Yes, sir. This is olive oil. Olive oil. But it depends on the size of the fish. Okay, this fish, about 600-700 grams, take about 5 minutes if it's fillet. If you have an oven, if you're afraid of using the pan because it's sizzling away, you color the skin and then you can finish it off in the oven for 2-3 minutes maximum.
Chef, can you tell us something about where you have to look after when you're going to buy your fish?
Sorry, I didn't.
Where you have to look after when you're going to buy your fish?
Okay, if you're going to the fish market, first thing that you need to check if you're buying the fish is the eye. If it's blurry or if it's reddish, okay, that's one indication that it might not be fresh enough. Okay. Also, you can check the texture, the feel. If it's slimy, I mean, there are a lot of fish that is slimy in nature, but you can sense the not so fresh slime that is there in the fish, and also the gills, the neck side of the meat. You can lift the gills, and the gills should be bright red. If it's dark red, it might be a little bit tough. You might, it could be a precautionary look that the fish is not really fresh. Okay, I'm going to add in a little bit more oil, just to give it a little bit more swirl. Okay, for the sauce, we're going to finish it off with some fresh basil. Okay, so we just slice the basil very thinly. And just put it here. Give it a little bit swirl. Yeah, you can smell it's really nice. Okay, the fish is almost done. I will add a little bit of butter, unsalted butter. Okay, just to give the fish a little bit of creaminess. Okay, what I'm gonna do right now is to spoon it over the skin. It will give the extra crispness and of course extra flavor of the butter. Okay, let me just taste the sauce for a bit. Okay, needs a little bit more flavor, seasoning, a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. And we will finish it off with a squeeze of lemon. Okay? Also with the fish, we're going to finish it off with a squeeze of lemon. Okay, give it another minute and we're done. We're gonna do the plating. Okay, again, thank you very much for coming over here. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir? I didn't get you, sir. Sorry. Sorry, if you could please.
You will cook this olive oil.
Yes.
Then it will lose its all vitamins. Healthier vitamins.
If you cook the fish in olive oil.
Then that I'm asking for my knowledge. I read in the books.
You mean if he cooks the fish too long, it loses vitamins?
In olive oil lose its healthy vitamins.
No. It has to do, may I jump in? It has to do how hot you do it. If you overheat the olive oil, you have a temperature about 120, 130 degrees with olive oil. Other oils you can heat up to 150, 160, even 180. Peanut butter you can heat to 200. The olive oil you should not overheat, and you see that he's very carefully with the temperature, he's moving down directly. And that's also what Chef Andrew said in the beginning. If you have a smaller portion, it's easy to use olive oil because you don't need so much heat and so long cooking, so you will not overheat. The result will be that you keep the whole flavor, the nice flavor of the olive oil, and it's a good combination with the fish. But you have right, if you have a big portion, you need more heat, you need longer time cooking, it's not recommended to use olive oil.
Yeah.
Right?
Because olive oil, sir, has a very high smoke point. Okay? So I think now we're done. We're gonna do the plating now. I will show you how to plate this dish. Very simple. Okay. We're gonna start with and a little bit of the sauce in the middle. You can see the different texture over here. You have the courgettes, you have the aubergines, the tomato, the garlic, the onion. And the sea bass on top. Another one here. Just a little bit of decoration, you can put it on top or here. And a little bit more of the sauce on the side. Just wipe the plate for a little bit. A little bit of micro cress. On top.
So what is it all about? It is not a miracle to do this dish, it is to bring the right ingredients together.
Exactly.
And handle them in the right way, yeah?
Exactly.
I mean, it's for us at home, I think it's quite unusual to use the fennel together with the olives and the vegetables what you're using. It's about give it a try, right?
Yes, that's the reason why I chose these ingredients, because it's readily available in the market. Okay, if you have a party, you want to impress your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, this is a very good dish to get it going. Okay, it's very simple, it's very rustic. The presentation is not really fancy, but it's presentable. Okay, just to finish it off with a little bit of chef's touch, I have here some basil oil that I did back at my restaurant, just to give it a little bit more vibrancy and color. Okay, and this is the dish. Okay, simple sea bass with a rustic tomato and aubergine sauce. Thank you very much.